What's up guys, John here and welcome back to another Destiny video. And it is Tuesday guys. I'm pretty sure everybody on Destiny knows what that means. That means the weekly refresh, if you didn't know. What that means pretty much is the weekly Nightfall, the weekly Heroic, and I mean obviously the daily Heroic, as well as the raids, and I think that's pretty much it. Our reset for the week. That's just pretty much the way Bungie does it. They reset every Tuesday, so you could earn rewards and whatnot. So, as we can see, the video's already starting. This is not a live commentary. I'm pretty much, I already recorded this a little earlier. Didn't really have much of energy to kind of commentate over it, but this is the Nightfall for the Summoning Pits, in the end of which you will face Fogoth. Now, on this Nightfall, we pretty much have the Arc Burn, along with a couple other ones. Thankfully, Juggler was not on this one for this week, but I'm pretty much going to be showing you how I take it step by step. And as you can already see, I have pretty much arc damage on all my weapons. Now, if you want to go ahead and skip to the end, this is pretty much just me running through the entire area. If you want to skip to the end, the last 3 minutes are pretty much the kind of what you would call the cheese spot. I don't know why it was dubbed like a cheese, or the location of where you would pretty much kind of like it's not a bug, but you know, kind of just beat the mission level strike or whatever in the simplest way. Now, of course, in the first room you don't get the respawn restrictions, so you're gonna be okay if you died, because I did end up dying once, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I didn't get sent to orbit once when I did die there. Now this is the second room, or the second area. This is where you would have to pretty much fight off 3 waves of Hive. And first wave, you know, it's nothing too hard. It's all just Thrall, pretty much. And then maybe 2 or 3 knights at the end, and here they come actually. So now my commentary is actually catching up with the video itself. Like I said, if you want to just go ahead and go through the end, and you can see where I pretty much stay to find the spot where you need to be to kill Fogoth, you can go ahead and do that. But this is just my way of showing, you know, the full walkthrough. I'm sure a lot of you have already known, whoever has done the Thorn Bounty, you pretty much want to funnel all the enemies towards this doorway here, where you enter into the room for the decoding of the runes. Now, it's quite simple. The reason why I chose just all arc damage is just because all my weapons, yeah, they do arc. Burn is on. Pretty much just melt the shields of everyone, even the what's it? Oh, the wizards. The wizards, I thought they were gonna be a pretty tough cookie to break, cookie to crack, whatever you want to call it. I'm not good with whatever I'm trying to say. Was it analogies? Something that's what they're called, something like that. I don't know, my English, everybody has trouble speaking English. Everybody has trouble speaking, period. That's, you know, it's early in the morning. I had to go out and get some coffee, guys. So yeah, pretty much, I would just end up using the Swarm, which is arc damage. I believe it also comes in Void, I'm not exactly sure. Or it might just be arc damage only. As you can see, for the red barred wizards, I actually just ended up using my Praetus Timepiece, which is a raid exclusive weapon. Now you can use pretty much any secondary or special weapon that will help take down the shield, and you can pretty much just shoot them down there with whatever weapon you please, or whatever weapon works best for you. You're pretty much gonna have to try to find out something that works best for you, because I pretty much have endgame weapons which allow me to run the weekly Nightfalls pretty easy, alone and even with 3 people. That also takes into account that the 3 people I usually play with, or if I'm doing it with 3 people, those people also have just about the same tiered weapons as I do. Now you're gonna want to take the entire Nightfall very calmly, and just kind of go slow and at your own pace. And as you can see, the way I'm doing it here, not all the enemies will rush me. If you're out there in the open, this room, all the enemies are just gonna go ahead and attack you, and if you're running around in circles, it gets all chaotic, and you will end up dying. So what you want to do is pretty much funnel all of them out here. I believe it was in the Thorn Bounty you had like a wizard or a knight spawn up at the top, but they don't spawn, or at least for me, it didn't spawn in this Nightfall mission, or the Nightfall Strike. So basically, whenever anybody would spawn in or the waves would start, I would kind of lure them and try to move into the room little by little, as you guys can already see, to take an enemy out one by one. This is very, very helpful because most of the enemies, or well, not most, but maybe most, they'll be down at the bottom trying to attack you, and once you pretty much back out of the doorway, they won't follow you. They'll start backtracking, and half or less than half, I finally mostly the thrall kind of stay up on that second floor to my left that you see up there. That kind of has those bars at the very top, you know, where that health bar is. That's pretty much, you'll see at the end how that works out. Usually a knight or two will stay up there, including a thrall and maybe a cursed thrall. But here, as you can see, there are this is the wave 2, and I think we already faced one or two wizards. Like I said, the red barred wizards, they're pretty easy to take down, even with just using Arc Burn. And again, well, not again, but I'm just stating here, I am level 30, so I am doing it maximum damage as I can, but my weapons are not fully upgraded. So, you know, it's kind of balanced out to, even if you were level 28, you would be able to do this, maybe even lower. Just like I said, you have to take your time, because this will pretty much kick you in the butt. Because this did not take me one try, because I had to figure out, you know, a couple spots here and there, just because of the burn too, and the wizards. And once the wizards get a nice sight on you, they will pretty much shoot their arc, whatever it is, their arc blast at you, and you will die in about 3 or 4 hits, I believe. Me at level 30, I think I took like 4 or 5 maybe. And also, what is it? The light switch is on. I remember, I don't know if it was a yellow bar knight or a red bar knight, but I did take one direct hit from his sword slash, or whatever you want to call it. He hit me with a sword, and I was literally like red screened. I had no health up on the bar, so you want to be careful and not get too close when there are too many enemies. You just want to go in slowly, very, very slowly. Try to take out the enemies one by one. Right there, I threw in a grenade. Yes, you can throw them through that little grate, but if you have arc grenades like that, they're pretty much gonna hit on the beams, and they're gonna explode in your face. So they do help. And now here is the toughest part of it all. Once you can manage this, pretty much if you die at Fogoth or do a mistake later on, this will be pretty easy. All you have to do is lure all the wizards in this area. Now, what happens with the wizards that's different from everybody else, the wizards will actually come into the hallway. They will stop there. And if you're just a bit behind the rock, you know, it kind of slopes down a little. You can see all their shots are going to be hit at the top of the steps, so they won't hit you. There I go. I think I killed 2 wizards or something. I wasn't really paying attention. I was taking a sip of my coffee, or trying to. But there you go. And you also want to be very careful, because if you backtrack a little too much, they will also backtrack. And when you try to go ahead and lure them in the front again, they will come barging in, and you're just pretty much gonna have to get all the way to the very top. As you can see, there 2 of them rushed me right there. I did end up killing 2 actually. I don't know if I killed Mormu. I think I did kill Mormu. Was one of the first ones. Yep, that's just a hollowed wizard. So there's the 3rd wizard. Now you also want to take it again slowly with these wizards, because these wizards will kill you and send you to orbit immediately. It was a bit frustrating, because I just kind of had to get a hang of it, because I haven't done an arc burn in a while. And yeah, these wizards, man, they're a bit tricky. They'll pretty much, you know, swerve left and right, and you know, just kind of avoid shots, and here we go, it's a perfect example. See, he swerves, but he did manage to get like 2 shots off, I think, or 1 shot, but I did end up killing him just because the arc damage and the swarm machine gun does a lot on impact and damage alone. I have it upgraded to the point where it only needs the last 3 ascendant upgrades. So pretty much it's not even fully upgraded, but my swarm helped me out a lot here, taking out those wizards, and that's pretty much the only thing I actually used the swarm. And now here I think all we have left is a thrall or 2, maybe a thrall. There's an acolyte there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just K him with that because I had it out. And there's 3 thrall, 2 of them are cursed. And that pretty much sums it up for that that room right there with the 3 waves. That one will literally take you the longest time. Everything else is gonna be a breeze. Alright, and now in this next area, you know where the ogre's at, you see the ogre and the Hollow Knight. Since it's arc burn again, I toss a beautiful grenade. It does thousands of damage, thousands of hits and damage, whatever. Yeah, that. So I pretty much only had to kill 1 acolyte and 1 cursed thrall, as you can see, and the rest in that room were pretty much history. Ogre was completely taken out, the Hollow Knight was taken out. Now we step into this next zone. This one's actually quite easy as well. You just kind of move forward at your own pace, pretty much take these guys out. Now it's pretty random. It's a 50-50 chance. You'll either get a knight that spawns or you'll get a wizard that spawns. And I believe the knight is actually the easiest because I think he'll throw up his shield and then you can just chuck a grenade at him. But they're red barred, as you can see, so not a tough fight, not a tough fight at all. They're pretty easy to take down, and you just got to take down a couple more acolytes right here. And once you kill about 3 of them, I think it is. Is it 3? Yep, 3. You'll see 2 thrall and 2 more acolytes pop out. So you just got to be careful of that. Again, because juggler is on, and they will pretty much kill you because their melees are pretty fast, and you know, 2 of them lunging at you, they're gonna kill you instantly. Now what I do here, just so I can progress a little easily, I wait for this first at a drop ship, just to pretty much drop off a couple acolytes and a wizard. You don't have to kill them, but it just kind of makes it progressing a little easier. And again, after this one, there's pretty much like another ship that drops some more down on the further platform over there. But you don't need to bother with that. Just ignore that. Just kill off this 1 wave here, and you'll be perfectly fine. I think there was a couple acolytes pretty much just hiding behind the little rocks and pillars back there. So you just kind of got to be careful again, because on the left there are 2 hollowed knights. I guess they're considered ultras since they have the shields and they have yellow bars, and they're yellow. No, I did not end up killing this one. I think I go in for the super if I'm not mistaken, because guys, I had to record this a few times because it was a bit frustrating. I made it to this point once, and then I went into Fogoth. I was like, alright, let's see. I just rushed in there and I got messed up by a thrall. Now, through recording or trying to record this multiple times, I did kind of mess up on the recording a bit. I ended up recording a little bit too late, so once it goes up into the next clip, which you'll see right about now, there we go, smooth transition, I ended up aggroing Fogoth. So this is the cheese spot, I guess you would call it, or people would call it. I wouldn't call it a cheese spot, I just call it a strategic placement. You know? So pretty much, there's the doorway where you enter in to kill Fogoth. What you gotta go do is go in there, aggro Fogoth to the point where he breaks his chains and is pretty much moving around. And now you'll see the Shrieker spawn, you'll see a couple enemies follow you or try to rush in there. Run all the way back out to where those 2 yellow barred hollowed knights were, and you'll pretty much reset Fogoth's health. His health will be full again. All you have to do is come back into this room and stay in this second doorway, the doorway before you actually enter Fogoth. And what you're gonna want to do is pretty much stay literally in the doorway and kind of shoot him through the little crack that you see me doing right now. This will not spawn the Shrieker, and I think it might have one or two enemies charge at you. I did have one Knight charge at me, I think one Thrall, but they kind of stayed back, as you can see, like the dead body right to the right of my gun right there. They were really easy to take out, and pretty much Fogoth can't really hit me unless I kind of step to the right a little bit too much. That was just for accuracy's sake. As you can see, I have Fogoth's health almost all the way down, and it's dwindling very fast just because of the arc burn on my Praise timepiece. Now, it took me about maybe my third try getting to Fogoth, because I tried just rushing in there. Another time I just tried using the defender, trying to, you know, kind of stay away from the Shrieker, but in the end, like, I got killed because, like, everybody rushed me because I was kind of in the doorway. And there you go, just stand in that second doorway, middle doorway, whatever you want to call it, right before the Shrieker room. You'll be perfectly fine, and you'll be able to kill Fogoth all on your own or with your team. It doesn't matter. There you go, guys. It took me a little bit. I wouldn't say maybe an hour 15 to actually complete the entire thing. I think the whole run took me about maybe 20 minutes, something like that. Because you'll spend the most time in the room where you have to decode the runes. Yep. So this is me pretty much at the very end, just dancing like a fool. And I'll go ahead and show you guys what I ended up getting. Which is not the best of rewards because I have an abundant supply of Ascendant Shards, but it's whatever. So there you have it, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.